Xtracycle bikes are not difficult to assemble at home. With a few standard tools and a buddy to help with some light lifting, you should be ready to ride in no time at all. You will need a set of metric Allen keys, wrenches, socket tools, and bike grease. Follow along with our full assembly manual at Xtracycle.com. Open your Xtracycle box and remove the small parts box, center kickstand, and seat. The first thing you'll need to do is charge your battery. With a friend, lift the bike out of the box and set it on your work surface. Remove the zip ties holding the front wheel to the frame and set it aside. Locate the battery key secured to the handlebars. Unlock your battery and remove it by rotating it away from the bike. You'll find your battery charger and domestic power cable in the small parts box. Locate the charging port, pull back the rubber cover, and plug in the charging cable. Make sure the charge indicator lights begin to blink green. Next, we'll move on to installing your RFA kickback center kickstand. Remove the packaging and locate the included hardware kit consisting of 4 M8 by 25mm bolts and 8 M8 washers. With the legs toward the rear of the bike, bring the kickback up under the RFA between the two chainstays. The 2 holes on each side should line up with the bosses on the frame. Place 2 washers on one of the M8 bolts and thread it into a forward boss until finger tight. Then do the same for the opposite side. Using the ball end of a 6mm Allen wrench, tighten the front bolts. Then, thread a bolt and washer set into one of the rear bosses until finger tight, and repeat for the opposite side. Tighten the bolts with the Allen wrench, making sure all 4 bolts are secure. Carefully lift the front of the bike and deploy the kickstand. Next, we'll install the front wheel. Begin by removing the packaging around the fork and fender. Remove the through axle with a 6mm Allen wrench. Remove the disc brake pad spacer. Remove the packaging from the front wheel. Rotate your front wheel into position. Be careful that the disc brake rotor sits neatly between the brake pads. Reinsert your through axle and tighten with a 6mm Allen. Rotate your headlight into position using a 4mm Allen to loosen and retighten the 2 bolts as needed. Remove the packaging from your pedal crank arms. Apply a small amount of grease to the threads of each pedal marked left and right. With the right pedal, start threading the pedal bolt into the crank arm. Once initially threaded, you can backpedal while holding the pedal bolt in place. The left pedal has a reverse thread, so you will need to turn the pedal bolt counterclockwise to tighten it. Backpedal or thread by hand. Use a 15mm wrench to tighten the pedals. Apply a modest amount of grease to the inside of the seat tube. Then, lower your seat post and saddle into your desired position and tighten with a 5mm Allen. Set up your handlebars by first removing the rubber plug on your top cap and use a 5mm Allen to loosen the bolt. Use a 4mm Allen to loosen the 2 bolts holding your handlebar stem in place. Align your handlebars with your front wheel. Retighten the 2 stem bolts and the top cap bolt and replace the rubber plug. Use a 4mm Allen to loosen the faceplate on the front of your stem and center the positioning target. Then retighten the faceplate. Use a 3mm Allen to loosen and position the paddle grips so that they are level with the ground. Then retighten. Use the provided Shimano lead connector tool from the small parts box to insert the display cable into the small port under the display. You should feel a securing click when the connection is made. Replace your battery by sliding it into the cradle and rotating towards the bike frame until it clicks into place. If you wish to install the included RFA footrests, please refer to the additional assembly guide. Congratulations, you are now ready to ride.